Hello, I'm back. Match day 4. Let's look at the bracket. Okay. I lost, Sprite lost, Rob lost. Rob lost very recently. Me and Sprite lost a while ago. Preston, Wego, and Crayon into the next round. Colin and Adam, one of them will join the winners. One of them will join me and the boys down in the Niners bracket. Looks kind of like this. But yeah, so this is match day 4, last of the pre-quarters. Take a look at these rosters, will ya? Okay, overall wise, again, ignore the in-game ones. Those are super screwed up. Pretty close though, 84 to 83. I got him on the top level, top row of the graphics. Adam's roster, we got Josh Allen with Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, and Damian Pierce, Gus Bus, Joshua Kelly, Hassan Haskins. Is he still in the league? Wide receivers, DeAndre Hopkins. I almost said Jeremy Davis. Wasn't that a guy from like 4 years ago? Anyway, Gabe Davis of the Buffalo Bills, Zay Jones, Drake London, and Christian Watson. Tight ends, we've got Dalton Schultz and Taysom Hill. I don't remember if he's listed as a tight end or as a quarterback in Madden. So we'll see if and how they use him. I don't know if and how they will. Defenses, 2 listed. We took the higher overall one, so that's why he is the Eagles. And kicker, Brett Maher, I think most recently of the Cowboys. Over on Colin's side, we've got the Browns. Kyler Murray will be the starting quarterback. Kenny Pickett and Gardner Minshew bringing up the rear on the bench. Running back wise, we've got Jonathan Taylor. My man is going to keep looking for a new contract. Cordero Patterson, Boston Scott. I think that's who Scott is. Boston Scott. Oh man, this is tough. Who's a 65 overall? Is that Kyron Williams of the Rams and Deion Jackson of the Colts? That would make sense. Okay, so that's the rest of his running back room. Wide receiver-wise, we've got Brandon Ayuk, Jerry Jeudy, and Juju Smith-Schuster as the main 3. Jacoby Myers and Isaiah McKenzie backing it up. Tight ends, this is where the roster really shines. Mark Andrews is the highlight here. And Pat Freiermuth, not a bad option for tight end 2. Browns defense, of course. And Robbie Gould of Bears and 49ers fame doing the kicking. So, let's jump into the game. Normal stuff. Not that exciting. Same settings as always. Taking down the thingies. One down, another one down. And I'll be quiet until I have something interesting to say.
Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cleveland Browns. Fielded just outside the goal line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The drive will start with an option going left.
Oh yes, more RPOs, designed runs. Josh Allen can do it. Dude's built like Cam Newton. But this is the Jalen Hurts playbook. Jalen Hurts tuned playbook being the reason for that. I wonder if we'll see it on the Browns because they had Deshaun Watson by the time the game was released. But he was also suspended. I bet we'll see some designed runs for Kyler over on the Browns side.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
So far, so good for Adam's team. The offense seems to be moving.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A first down carry for Henry, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to.
DeAndre Hopkins still a very bad man in this Madden, it seems. What is he, 95 overall? Yeah. Dude's doing work. Curious how he's going to fit in with the Tennessee offense in real life this year. That offense is mostly going to be kind of meh. Then isn't he like 30? I guess he's still probably got a couple good years left in him.
On the move to his left. To the goal line, but it's
great throwaway there by Jarsh.
Did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Henry going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might.
And this is caught.
Oh, yes. Taysom Hill touchdown. This truly is a fantasy football league tournament. All right, tight end 2 getting touchdown catches. Oh, yes. Oh, this is beautifully terrible.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side.
First touchdown of the game, Taysom Hill.
So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Throwing on first down is Murray. Open man, and right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
That one looked like it's going to stand. That looks like a defensive touchdown to me. Is that James Bradbury? I think that's going to stay. He was resisting, and he dropped it before any knee. Yup. Juju with the fumble. Bradbury with the touchdown. Okay, quick 14-0 lead for Adam. Colin's going to need to dig deep here at some point.
He's just going for extra yards. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Steps away. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, yes, that was good pressure applied that time by the defensive unit. They forced him out wide to his left, but with nobody home, he decided to tuck it and go, and he's able to turn it into a short gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on second down. Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Allen. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. And right side, Henry's got it.
Oh, goodness. 3rd and 9, dump off to Derrick Henry. First down, no problem.
Sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
I think Adams' team came to play.
That last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Allen running the option to the left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Taking matters into his own hands.
Scramble got exactly what it needed to.
First down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yo, Madden Josh Allen is nutty. 93 overall, that's it? This dude is like way too fast for how big he is. Is Josh Allen that, like... I know his like top speed's fine, but I don't think he has that kind of acceleration.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
This team is just made of massive dudes. Josh Allen and Derrick Henry.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense.
Quarterback and running back can both run through you.
Because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion.
Seeing Zay Jones wearing 12 is weird. I know I gave him 12 because that's what he wore in Buffalo, but he's 7 on Jacksonville, but I needed 7 for Taysom Hill, which already came in clutch. It's like I have to like retrain my brain to see Jones 12 and remember that's Zay. Meanwhile, Josh Allen, no problem, running it in, and that's a 21-0 lead. Still in the first quarter, barely, but you know, still.
First quarter, and look out! I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score.
If Juju slipped that tackle, he might have been free. I don't know if he has the top speed to make it all the way, but he nearly wriggled free. It's also weird seeing him in 19 again. He was 9 on the Chiefs, and I think he's going to be 7 on the Patriots this year.
21-0 our score after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Murray. And that's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem to.
Ooh, lad, that receiver had a backpack.
No, not at all.
Was that Avante Maddox? Oh, they're showing Slay. It must have been Slay.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Murray now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now. It's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds.
How has Taysom Hill found his way into 2 touches already this early in the game? Does Madden have something coded into it that it's like if Taysom Hill absurdly plays him in more formations than he belongs in? They might. That would actually be kind of cool.
This will be 3rd and 5. Pass incomplete, but the
Oh
flag
man, that thing fell apart. They got lucky. That was a roughing the passer. Oh, that is generous.
Sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Josh, that's the wrong team. Denzel Ward. Excellent pick. All right, Colin in great position. This would be a great time to get some points back.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Murray now. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
Okay, 1st downs are a good way to start a drive momentum. Jerry Jeudy catching footballs.
I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this.
Look out for your knee, Valgus.
For them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And remember, this drive started
I feel like I'm starting to see what this Colin offense is capable of. Good to see them moving the ball.
Now they're looking at a first and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Throwing now is Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's tough.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read.
Colin getting 7 here would have been much more useful than Colin getting 3 here.
The coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Gould is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete.
I think that's our first Dalton Schultz sighting today. Granted, I haven't been paying immaculate attention, but we've had more Taysom Hill than Dalton Schultz, which is hilarious.
Because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Running left, it's Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
A handoff, running left, Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So the completion good for 7 there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as
Cheeky little
off this drive with 6
drop your
points.
buns over the line there by Tony Pollard.
Completions in a row, a good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the road.
And he's in.
Josh Allen doing it himself. I think that's his 2nd rushing touchdown today, right?
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
Yep, Kevin Burkhardt just confirmed.
Widen their lead here in this first half.
Damn.
Well, Charles,
Like I said, Adam's team came to play.
Afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you, running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. That hurts. If it was
Oh man, roughing the kicker? That's a massive gift.
It is a first.
Colin, y'all got to turn this into a touchdown. Obviously, if Colin could directly affect this, I'm sure he would do his best. But yeah, shorthanding because it's more of a Collins team than an actual Browns team.
And in this case, that's a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll get this into the hands
That's
of
one way to start. There you go,
Now the
boys.
Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray now on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second and 7. Here's Murray. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue.
Jerry, my boy, you got to catch that. I know those are like tough in this Madden, but you're trying to set up a touchdown here. That's the ball you need to catch.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Murray going to throw. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down. But the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Halftime is over. No points for the Browns. So 25-point lead for Adam heading into half 2. Collins' team taking over right away.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin.
There's a lot of points to make up, and that is not the start to do it. Brandon Graham getting a hit on Kyler Murray.
Try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now
It's not going to be enough, Kyler.
Partner,
They're probably going to punt, and that's a little disappointing. I mean, yeah, you can't really go for it on 4th and 5 on your own 30, but I don't know. This Browns offense just hasn't been moving.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Inside handoff, Henry. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Caught by Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. And down to the 36-yard line here. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and
I'm not as chatty in this game, but I don't feel that I need to be. Like, the Eagles are just methodically driving down the field with, like, nice little chunk runs or nice little chunk pass plays like that. And the Browns aren't doing much to stop it or do anything in their own side of things. So, yeah, I'll chime in with any insight if I have any.
Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Allen going to try and keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone.
God, he is going full Cam Newton this game. I mean, Josh Allen goes full Josh Allen, Cam Newton style too. Like, that's the goal line running back on the Buffalo Bills is Josh Allen. That's why, like, Devin Singletary was never that great of a fantasy asset. You know, Damian Harris will continue to not really be this year. James Cook is not big enough where Josh Allen is. So, I guess in that sense, Madden has really captured the realism here.
They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Murray.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Hey, there we go. Big play.
There for the Browns, 18.
Big play. What did he say? 18 whole yards? Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Murray's throw complete there to Smith.
Yo, that's back-to-back big plays. Okay.
A good pickup there.
I see you, Colin's team.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Murray now to throw.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
Now we're cooking.
The
Browns have signs of life.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Here's Murray.
There it is. There it is. Mark Andrews. Let's go. Touchdown number 1. Collins Browns. There's a siren loud as hell outside my window.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays.
I live like a block and a half from the nearest fire station, so I get this a lot. It's nothing weird, I promise.
And for good reason.
Gold with the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to
I don't know if it's the wind off of Lake Erie over here today, but Tony Pollard's had some really good kick returns given the context of how trash kick returns typically are in this Madden.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Henry out of the pistol. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will
Good conversion. Solid work.
He was able to keep the feet inbound.
Third quarter's nearly dead.
That one goes for 8 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out
on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Henry will get it. He's been busy today.
My God, the Red Sea on that one. 16 rushes for 100 yards. Boy, oh boy.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game.
And Taysom Hill there to celebrate. Something about Taysom Hill's existence just makes me laugh. I don't know what it is. Like, I respect, you know, him as a person, his right to exist, blah, blah, blah. But, like, he's been such a thorn in the side for fantasy football for so long that it's like, I just, like, hear his name and it's met with an instant, like, Pavlovian disgust. And it's nothing he as a person did. It's just the dumbest thing. Thanks for nothing, Sean Payton. Ooh, that's a good question. Is he going to have a Taysom Hill-esque unit in Denver?
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
I don't know who that would be. He acquired Adam Troutman from New Orleans, but that's an actual tight end. I don't think there's anyone on that roster who's Taysom Hill-esque. Maybe he'll just wait until he finds someone organically. The Patriots look like they're trying to turn Malik Cunningham into like a Taysom Hill. They had him play wide receiver in the first half and quarterback in the second half of the preseason game today. So, who knows? 3rd and 24. That was a big loss. Oh, it was the penalty. Right. I was like, what did I miss? That seems like a massive sack. I would have noticed.
Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll go option to the short side. Allen, nifty foot.
No way. Okay. I was like, no damn way. All right. Show me 38 to 10.
It's 4th down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This is your game, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Don't stop that motor.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cleveland offense making their way out. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throw out right,
Dude, was that Fletcher Cox? He just one-arm tackled Cordero Patterson. That was like... That almost looked like a pro wrestling move.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Murray. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
What was that fumble?
Eagles. And the return here is stopped at
That was
the
absurd. That, like,
35-yard line.
popped out of his hand, like... I don't even know how to describe that.
A handoff to Henry. And able to get this to
It's
the
like that, like,
31.
grade school, like, baking soda volcano experiment.
Going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting
It just,
things
like,
up for
shot
maybe
out.
later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now.
Dang.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Henry again on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here.
I'm not sure what Derrick Henry's X Factor ability is, but I assume it's the freight train one, which means he, like, almost always breaks the first contact. And that one is the best one.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs.
So, like, in franchise mode, which is what I play most of, I've mentioned this before, I play in a league where we're sickos, where we treat it like a GM league. We build our teams, and we let the computer play the games. Everyone puts the freight train skill on their running back, because you can change those. You can pick which one you have. So everyone just does it. It's like the only one anyone uses, because it's the best one. Or is it that one? Maybe this year there was one where it's like, as long as you get positive yards, you're in the zone, and therefore you don't fumble. And since the fumbles were so insane this year, people picked that one over the broken tackle one. But either way, like, that's only because the game is so, like, oh my god, the number of, like, 8 turnover per team games I've been observing in this Madden. Disgusting. Anyway, Derrick Henry is not going to be stopped for the rest of this game, I think, is my point.
That's complete. It's Schultz. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now Allen. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They like going to him in the slot.
This feels like a touchdown drive, you know?
Until they stop him, why not
Just
go
got
back
that,
to it?
just got that
He has
vibe.
something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to
Well, maybe not now.
about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Henry again. But he will lose yardage here.
Ooh, he lost yards. He might have been knocked out of the zone there, too. Because, you know, that's a good thing to do with enough time to affect the outcome of this game.
A nice stop there.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, baby. Let's go to work. Nothing free. Nothing free.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Fight for it, Cordero.
Back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
Fight for it.
Last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still.
All right, 3 minutes 15 seconds. So that's what, 180, 195 seconds and 31 points. So we're talking like we need to average like a point every 3 seconds here by the Browns. Did they do that math right? They did it close enough. A little more than 3, or fewer than 3 seconds, but you know what I mean. No, more than 3 seconds.
Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he's tackled at the 38.
Tick-tock, lads. Tick-tock, lads. I'm talking about the clock. I'm not talking about Juju's side hustle.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is
Clutch. Getting out of bounds was very important there. I mean, I'm acting like this comeback's possible. If the comeback were possible, that was very clutch to get out of bounds there.
Let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Murray to air it out again. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course
Madden AI's clock management not going into hurry up until it's too late is so offensive to me.
First down, Murray. They'll try and set up the
Oh, that is not the 2-minute drill play you want to run.
Yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Murray again. Another completion right back to Patterson.
Are these making progress at all?
After a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move.
They're just killing the clock. Doing Adam's team a favor. Oh, no huddle. No huddle. Good, good, good.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And that will be
nothing.
Incomplete.
Did they get for it?
Left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately
I feel like it doesn't matter either way. So, I would love to see them try.
Such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right.
Oh yeah, that's a give-up field goal.
4 touchdowns.
Good job, Robbie Gould. That looks nothing like Robbie Gould.
Those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero.
That ought to do it.
Just eat up that clock. And if you
405 total yards and a decisive victory for Adam and his Eagles.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but
let me aggressively click on that confirm score button.
In this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into?
Tap each other up, pat the helmets.
They certainly were there in this one.
Ooh, you get the little QB. This is like the best graphic in this Madden. You don't get it every game, but this is the best one. Alright, and I think we previously decided we are not caring about the stats. So, sad Kyler walks off. 41-13 is your final. Take a look at the bracket. You can see Adam has moved on to the quarterfinals. He will face Conair and his Buffalo Bills in that part of the tournament. But for Colin, he joins the rest of us down here in the Ninals bracket. Oh, we gotta go down one more. So we actually get the little Ninals overlay, don't we? There we go. So that rounds out the Ninals bracket. We've got Colin, who will face Rob, the loser of our last match, and then me and Sprite on the other side of the thing. So we'll see these heroes in, I don't know, about 4 more match days. But right now the focus is going to move to the quarterfinals. Jacob Preston will be our next match. I think I got time for one more tonight, so I'll probably run that one today. Other than that, we got Joe S. versus Wego, Gibby versus Crayon, and Conair versus Adam in the quarterfinals. So, should be some good games. Crayon and Adam's teams are both looking very strong. And honestly, the other matches were close, and they were too long ago for me to remember the relative strength, because I took like multiple vacations since then. So, I don't remember anything. But anyway, that's going to do it for this section of the broadcast. I'm going to cut the recording here. Let's see, it's 10:12 right now. Yeah, I'll start the next one at like 10:30. I work from home these days, so I'll be good. Cool. All right, bye recording.